protein is for building muscle, not really losing weight. I can see the misinterpretation here, as a lot of people are going to eat protein in order to try and put on more muscle, but that doesn't mean it's not good for weight loss. Now, first off, if you are to eat more protein and you are to put on more muscle through resistance training, you are then going to have more muscle in your frame, which means that you have a caloric intake that is going to be higher in order to still lose weight. So if you're someone who generally eats 2,000 calories to lose weight and you put on a significant amount of muscle, maybe your deficit can now be 2,200, 2,300, 2,500. The more muscle you put on, the more calories that you can eat and still lose weight. Now, on top of that, let's just say you're someone who doesn't really care about putting on muscle. That's perfectly fine. You only want to lose weight. Protein is still going to be beneficial. Why? Well, for one, it's going to mitigate the loss of muscle, which is going to, in turn, again, keep your caloric maintenance high. But on top of that, it's going to help you feel better as you lose weight and look better, because the more muscle that you have, the more defined or toned you're going to look compared to just being a skinnier version of yourself. And then if we're just talking from a raw nutrition standpoint, protein is very satiating. So if we're looking at a satiety index, protein or protein-rich foods are generally going to be pretty high on the list in terms of the amount of satiety that we get from them. Now, this does not take away from fats or carbs. Those are both beneficial and both important in our diet. However, just because it's usually used for building muscle does not mean it can't be beneficial in other ways, like losing weight. And I tend to have my clients who are more focused on losing weight still try and have a protein goal. Maybe not as high as people who are trying to put on muscle, but you still want a protein goal because it's going to help you feel more full, which is kind of what you need to do in order to lose weight, because then you're not eating as much.